I'm now going to show you how you can shape and wire the leaves that go into the wedding bouquet. So I've die cut 3 of the leaves from this die here, and it's called Pair of Leaves No. 1 by Elizabeth Crafts. So I've got my 3 leaf shapes, and I'm just going to be using this tool here from Elizabeth Crafts, and I'm going to be using the larger end of the 2 to shape the actual leaf fronds. So I'm just pressing down from the centre out so that I've got some curl to each of these fronds. I'm going to repeat this process on each of the 3 leaves that I've cut. Now I'm going to turn them over, and I'm going to be using another Elizabeth Craft tool, which is this one here. And I'm still keeping it on this mat. Normally I would use this on a leaf shaping mat, but I really want to get quite a deep impression on here. So I'm just running down the centre of each of my leaves. So they're now ready to put together. So what I've done is I've taken some 26 gauge wire, and I'm going to wire the back of them. This will help me to shape them later on when they're in the bouquet. So I'm going to cut a piece a little bit longer than the stem, and then I'm just going to glue into place with some perga glue. And I'm going to repeat that for each leaf and then leave to dry. So once dry, we'll then be able to begin the next step of putting the 3 fronds together. So now I can start to work out how I'm going to position them. So I'm just bending this one a little bit down into shape here. And that is roughly where I want the 3 to be. So I'm then going to take another piece of wire and thread that under my 3 pieces and just tighten that up a little bit. I can then proceed to wind the tail ends into the other pieces. So that will then allow me to shape them and get them to hold in position how I want them to. So one final step is to hide this wire. So I have some florist tape here, and I like to start it off with a little bit of adhesive on one side. So I'm just going to pop that on here, and then wind that round. And then a final little bit of adhesive on the end to hold that tape in place. So we then have our wired leaves that we can then bend and shape as we see fit.